Okay. We are on the air. Greetings, everyone. Greetings and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight, or this afternoon rather, the Baltimore Orioles will be taking on the Milwaukee Brewers in the final game of a 3-game series at Camden Yards. Hi, everybody. This is Steve, a.k.a. the BirdWatcher, a.k.a. BW, a.k.a. B-Dubs, whatever you want to call me. And welcome to my channel. This is the Orioles BirdWatcher channel, your global internet home for live Orioles coverage. Today, we're going to be watching the final game of a 3-game series where we've dropped the first two to the Brewers in not so enjoyable fashion. In the first two games, we've been outscored 22 to what is it? 11 to 1, and what do we do the other day? 11 to 5. So 22 to 6. We've been outscored in the first two games of this series. And folks, we have a long tradition withstanding for this Orioles ball club. We do not get swept. And that is the mission today, to avoid the sweep, as Corbin Burnes will be taking on Colin Rea, a couple of right-handed pitchers. We'll go over the starting lineups here in just a sec. But first, let me say hey to chat there. Cheesy Weather, David in France. How you doing, David? Sean the Whip Whipple, our moderator here, at least the only one here so far. Spooky J, nice to see you. The unswept streak comes down to Corbin Burnes against his former team. How poetic. Yes, plenty of drama and plenty of headlines waiting to be written with today's game on tap. We're hoping to avoid the sweep. We're keeping the brooms in the closet today. That's the mission. How you doing, Rob? How you doing, Seeley? Folks, if you're just tuning into my channel for the first time, well, that might not be a surprise because I just started the channel for this 2024 season. So far, the turnout and the response has been fantastic. I've been getting anywhere from 1,500 to upwards of 3,000 people showing up at one point or another during the first 14 games that I've broadcast this season, and hoping to continue on. We've been building the channel every single day, quicker than I could have hoped. So hopefully we can keep that going. And the BirdWatcher here just wants to provide a place, a community for people all over the world to be able to follow Orioles baseball. Some of you might not be able to watch it on the TV. Some of you might not be able to listen to it on the radio. Or maybe some of you just prefer an alternative way to listen and follow along and participate in our chat. We've got chat here open to people. It's the Charm City chat. Folks hang out, and they are charming because we're representing Charm City. Yes, only 14 games, and after today, we still will not have played 10% of the season. We'll hit that mark after the next game, and then even still, that's a pace to 160. Right, so starting lineups for both sides coming up here in just a sec. We want to get this game up on the TV, don't we? Now that we're about 5 minutes away from first pitch. So this is when your boy's going to go in and find the broadcast. Looks like there won't be a problem there. Yes, folks, the first two games of this series, I blame it on two things. Friday night, I blame everything on Apple TV. I think Apple TV is a curse, and I hope to avoid another Apple TV game for the entire season, though that seems like a hard ask with so much time left to go. And then yesterday, I'm going to blame it on me for having stomach problems because I ate too much pizza. So now that I've learned to have a better meal. I had a nice chicken breast with some steamed vegetables, and some potatoes. Feeling a whole lot better now. So let's try to get it done today with Corbin Burnes on the mound. Why is this not opening for me? This should have worked by now. Okay. Let's calm down here. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Wow, they're really making me work today. That's fine. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, is a stubborn bird. All right, we're ready to go. All right, for your Milwaukee Brewers, here is the lineup. William Contreras will DH today. He takes a day off from behind the plate. He's been red hot, hitting .365, 3 home runs, and 14 RBI. That's got to be among the league leaders. Rhys Hoskins moves all the way up to the second spot. He'll be at first base. Sal Frelick is at right field. Christian Yelich is still day-to-day with a back problem. Willie Adames will be in the cleanup spot. He'll be at short. Gary Sanchez will be behind the plate. He'll bat fifth. Bryce Terang will bat sixth. He'll be at second base. Joey Ortiz back in the lineup. The former Oriole will be at third base. Joey Wiemer will be in left field. He must have just gotten called up, perhaps to replace Yelich on the roster. He has yet to make a plate appearance for the big club this season. And finally, Blake Perkins will be in center field, batting ninth. For the Orioles, lineup much like Friday night. I think it's the same lineup as Friday night. Gunnar Henderson will be at shortstop leading off. Adley Rutschman, the catcher, batting second. Anthony Santander in right field. He'll bat third. Ryan O'Hearn, the cleanup hitter. He'll DH. Ryan Mountcastle will be at first base, batting fifth. Colton Cowser is back in there, of course. Hopefully going to be garnering Player of the Week honors after the week he's had. He'll be in left field, batting sixth. Cedric Mullins in center. Jordan Westberg at third base in the 8th spot. And finally, Jackson Holliday, as we assumed, is back in the lineup in the 9th spot. Still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 11 today. So yesterday, Holliday had the day off. And today, Jackson Churio of the Brewers has the day off. So this big storyline coming into this series of the Battle of the Jacksons, well, the only battle we're going to have, at least in terms of the two rookies going head-to-head in the starting lineup, it only happened on Friday. No Jackson yesterday for us, no Jackson today for the Brewers, at least to begin the ball game. Colin Rea and Corbin Burnes each have a 2-0 record. Burnes has made an additional start. He's had 3 starts to Rea's 2. Both have an ERA under 2. Rea with an impressive 1.64 ERA. In 11 innings, he's issued 12 hits and a couple of walks while striking out 5. So he's not much of a strikeout pitcher. Gives up about a hit per inning. But decent command with just the 2 walks and hasn't given up a home run yet. Meanwhile, Corbin Burnes, as the information just jumps off the page, well, he's been great. And that's all I'll say for now because we're about to get underway. And folks, if you're watching the game, here's the best thing to do. If you are looking at the game on your television and following along with the sound down perhaps, and you want things to be synced up, the odds are, in fact, it's pretty much the only way this could work, is that what you're watching is going to be slightly ahead of me. So have your remote in your hand and wait for that first out to be recorded. And when it is, hit pause on your remote. Allow me to catch up and announce that same out call. And the moment I do, you unpause the remote, and you're all synced up and ready to go for the rest of the ball game. All right. How you doing there, RC? That's right. Corbin Burnes going up against his former team today, just like DL Hall did on Saturday. And again, the big one is all about trying to maintain that not swept streak, sweepless streak. Is sweepless a word? I don't know. We'll be sweepless in Seattle, hopefully, by the time we get to Seattle. I don't know when we're going to Seattle, but hopefully we'll still be sweepless by then. Got myself a very strong coffee drink that's going to help your boy get through the late hours. I don't mind a start time like this for your boy. It's 12:35 a.m. local time. All right, we're about to get underway. How you doing there, Chris? Hopefully I won't be too far behind the action on the screen. They're showing us an interview of Corbin Burnes here on the screen. He is on the mound right now. Opponents hitting just 176 off Burnes so far this season. He's gotten the call every fifth day and has acted like the ace that we've brought him in to be. Hopefully he can do what aces do, and that's stop losing streaks. First pitch, and we're underway as this one's low and away to Contreras on a nice sunny day here in Baltimore. And the next one's hit well. Center field, Mullins backing up. He's looking, and this one's going to go. My goodness, William Contreras is on absolute fire. Just like that, the Brewers are ahead. First batter of the ballgame, his fourth home run of the season. That one travels 420 feet just to the right of center field. Well, folks, I hope you hurried up and grabbed the beer while it was cold. Maybe you can go ahead and chug it. You might want to crack open another. We're behind after one batter. 1-0 Milwaukee after two pitches. My goodness. Rhys Hoskins at the plate, and he takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Wow. Your boy feels a little shell-shocked. But my positivity shall be maintained. This one is inside, 1-1. These Milwaukee bats are legit, folks. Low and in, 2-1 on Hoskins, who's had a nice series so far. Pretty much every Brewer at the plate has had a nice series. That's how you put up 22 runs in 2 games. Make it 23 in 2 games plus one batter. And there's a breaking ball for a called strike to even up the count at 2-2 on Hoskins. His average is at 256. The 2-2 hit in the air and well to left. Backing up and having to play it off the wall is Cowser. Going into second base with a double is Rhys Hoskins. Wow. Holy Toledo. I mean, can I hit the reset button, please? Is this real life? Check. 1, 2. Could I get a confirmation from the chat that this is real life? And here's a called strike on the outside corner to Sal Frelick. Frelick hitting 319 coming into this ball game. Yeah, just let your boy the BirdWatcher know that he's not living in an alternative reality or some sort of episode of Black Mirror. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, 1-2. Uh-oh. The BirdWatcher is getting zero confirmation from chat, or zero acknowledgement whatsoever. Maybe I am living in some sort of bizarro world. 1-2 the count on Frelick. 1-0 Brewers. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout on a cutter from Burnes. And under the hands. So the first out of the ball game, thankfully. And that'll bring up Willy Adames. Still no confirmation from chat that I am indeed alive. We're working on it. Adames takes a first pitch strike. 95-mile-an-hour cutter from Burnes. Okay, there's the confirmation I needed. And the 0-1 pitch is hit hard on the ground. Backhanded nicely by Westberg across the diamond in time to retire Adames. 2 down. Hoskins remains at second base. And that'll bring up Gary Sanchez. Sanchez getting his first start in the field in this series, allowing Contreras a day off from defensive work. Of course, they have a DH spot he could use, and they've used it, and it's been to good effect already. He led off the ball game with a home run. Sanchez hitting just 118. He did have a home run on Friday night, his first of the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard into left field. And coming on is Cowser to make the catch. He had to sprint toward the right, toward the foul line. But he was able to cover some ground and make the catch. But that ball was squared up. There was not an easy out in this inning. The Brewers put a run on the board. First batter of the ball game takes Corbin Burnes deep. 420 feet to just the right of center field. And after half an inning, it's the Brewers 1 and the Orioles coming up. My goodness, this is real life. This is not reality. We have conflicting reports in chat. Your boy's going to have to figure it out. Is this the Twilight Zone? Is this the outer limits? Maybe a little more coffee will help. All right. All right. Burnes has given up an early run in just about every game he's pitched, even the gems, even the big gems. So this is nothing new. Nothing new. We had an early lead yesterday, and we blew it. We're better at coming from behind than we are going ahead early, apparently. How you doing, Dr. Afro Dog? Yeah, let's just get a giant Bohemian Rhapsody chant going in the Charm City chat, folks. I'm telling you, we need to sing Kumbaya or something. Yes. The best W. Contreras in baseball. Henderson, Rutschman, and Santander due up here in the bottom of the first. O'Hearn, Mountcastle, Cowser, Mullins, Westberg, Holliday complete the lineup. Okay, so Rea is out there on the mound. Colin Rea. First pitch to Henderson is a little bit low and inside. And it's 1-0 on Gunnar. Rea 2-0 with an ERA of 1.64. And this one's off the plate outside. The good news is he's not much of a strikeout pitcher. And Gunnar Henderson has been striking out a lot early in the season. He's got a 2-0 count here already. The next pitch is a called strike, just catching the outside edge. Gunnar hitting .211. Rea went 6 innings in his last start. There's a called strike on the outside corner, and the count is even up at 2-2. Just getting started here at Camden Yards. The Brewers with a run on the board in the top of the first. The Orioles just getting started here in the bottom half. The 2-2 is low and in. And that actually got a piece of Henderson. A sweeper that broke down and looks like it might have gotten Henderson on the back foot. So we'll take that free base runner if we can get it. And right on the top of the back foot. So Henderson aboard. He's got his oven mitt on, ready to steal, hopefully. Rutschman up there, and the first pitch is a called strike. Belt high on the outside corner. Rutschman at 283 with a home run and 7 RBI. That home run came in yesterday's ball game. The 0-1 is upstairs. Yeah, let's hope this ump treats us better than the one did yesterday. Still, your boy's still upset on that. That's a hard hit ball into right center field. Gunner's going to take the turn to go to third. He'll make it in there. The ball stays near second base. So first to third, that's what you love to see. Adley moving Gunner to third base on a ground ball base hit. All right, we've got the tying run 90 feet away and nobody out. Go ahead and run on first. And that'll bring up Anthony Santander. Santander hitting just 193 now. His average has been dropping. The RBIs are good. Swing and a miss. Right on the outside edge. 0-1. So while the average is down, this is the sort of spot Santander usually cashes in. He's got 13 RBI in the early going. That's averaging just under 1 per game. There's a murmur in the crowd. They're looking for some offense. 0-1 pitch coming. That Santander is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gunner at third, Adley at first. Nobody out, bottom of the first. And there is a nice crowd at the ballpark as I'm getting my first panoramic look at the stadium. The 1-1 pitch. This one's hit hard but foul off to the right. 2 strikes on Santander. How you doing there, base? Welcome in. Grab a natty bow. Grab a bag of Utz crab chips. We're hanging out here, looking for a win. Here's a swing and a foul off to the left. Santander hanging in there, still 1-2. Big RBI spot. The Orioles have got to at least tie this ball game here. First and third, nobody out. I mean, even a heaven forbid play that is known to be of the double variety would still get a run in. This one's popped up. Get out of play. Get out of play. The catcher takes a look, and that ball bounces either in the first row or just off the back of the dugout. So that one just did get out of reach. And we'll do it again. Still 1-2. Rea already up to 13 pitches without recording an out yet. Base is off to the liquor store now. Gonna sit on the deck and listen to the game and have a drink. Base, that sounds fantastic. This one's low and in. Count even up at 2-2. Base, let me know when you get back, and I'll have a toast with you. I'm right here with my coffee drink. This is a Thailand coffee drink, though. They don't mess around. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Santander. And the pitch. Popped up. That's not going to do it. Foul ground for the first baseman, and there's 1 away. My goodness. Santander unable to cash in an RBI spot. That's who we count on for these situations. Unable to deliver here. So one away, first and third. And that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn off to a decent start, hitting .281. He's at DH today. First pitch to him is off the plate, ball 1. 1 home run and just the 1 RBI. 0 for 4 in the series so far is O'Hearn. And the pitch is hit on the ground hard and past the diving glove of the second baseman, a base hit. Gunnar is in the score. Adley will stop at second base. So O'Hearn with an RBI single, and the Orioles have tied the ball game here in the bottom of the first. There you go, some timely hitting. A curveball that O'Hearn reached out for and was able to pull it. So a clutch base hit there, and that'll bring up Brian Mountcastle. First and second now, 1 away. Mountcastle batting .314, 2 home runs and 9 batted in. First pitch swinging, and it's fouled right there at the plate. 0-1 on Mountcastle. Jordan, you got your steeped tea from Tim Hortons. Lovely. Everybody enjoy a beverage. We're going to have a good game today. Let's go. The 0-1 pitch is popped up. Shallow right field. The second baseman had to make a tough catch. That ball was a little farther away than he anticipated. Bryce Terang on that catch in shallow right field, the second baseman. There's 2 down now. And that'll bring up... It's the milkman. Break out those cow emojis and do it quick, folks. You know I got a lag. Colton Cowser at the plate. First pitch is a called strike. A tough call. That one looked a couple of inches inside. Cowser in fuego to begin this season now at .452. And this one's off the plate, outside. Two down, 2 on, and a 1-1 count on Colton Cowser. Here's the pitch, low. That was a sweeper that went into the dirt. Cowser's mini 5-game hitting streak has him with a .450 average. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Cowser out in front of that one. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. First and second, 2 down, a run in, 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the first. And this will be the 24th pitch from Rea. Swung on and missed. 94 miles an hour on the outside edge, belt high. And Rea gets the strikeout to get out of the inning. But the Orioles do respond with a couple of hits. And one of them was a Ryan O'Hearn RBI single that scored Gunnar Henderson. We go to the second inning, all tied up at 1. All right. Let's see what's shaking over here. I had the Brewers Twitter up not long ago. I guess I'll go back to the Orioles Twitter in case we get any highlights to show you. I guess they don't have the O'Hearn RBI highlight, but that's okay. How's it going out there in Birdland? I guess I should get an early check on things. Yeah, this is usually the time of the game where I have to implore those watching. We've got 48 people here, and only about 11 people, according to my screen, have hit the like button. Folks, just to let you know, this is a brand new channel, and it's done all by myself. I don't know exactly what I'm doing for the most part in terms of marketing the channel. I don't have a whole lot of resources behind me, but what I do know is that just by hitting that like button, if you're watching, it helps YouTube know that this is a channel worth promoting. And so far, people have been great in terms of hitting the like and people subscribing. So just have to throw it out there at least a few times a game. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button. It's just below your screen, a little thumbs up. No commitment, no obligation, and no salesman will visit your home. Thank you. All right, let's see if Corbin Burnes can lock in with a quick 1-2-3 inning. We need an ace-like performance today. Burnes gave up that first inning home run, but the Orioles were able to respond. Now we're back to square one, starting the second inning, and it's a first pitch strike here to Bryce Terang. Terang hitting .372. The next pitch is over the plate but low. Curveball, 1-1. By the way, if you think the Brewers are only beating us up, they come into the game now with a 4-game winning streak. And for the first time in, I couldn't tell how long, but a very long time, that the Brewers have scored 10 runs or more in 4 straight ball games. So we got to somehow tame these bats. 1-2 the count on Terang. And here's a ball hit on the ground to the right. Second baseman Holliday has it. Over to first in time. That's the first ball that wasn't absolutely hit on the screws. Here's Joey Ortiz. Started on Friday, then came into the ball game and got 3 at-bats yesterday. Back in the starting lineup today. First pitch is a called strike. Burnes nipping the outside edge. And also keep in mind the Brewers have been able to put up all this offense without the benefit of Christian Yelich, who's one of their bigger bats. He had the 1 at-bat and a base hit to start the series on Friday night in the first inning, and that's when he had to get removed from the game. The 1-1 to Ortiz is inside. They appeal down to first. No swing. Camera doesn't even show us the umpire's reaction. 2-1 on Joey Ortiz. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second. The pitch is a breaking ball, top of the zone. Called strike. 2-2. Yes, Jordan, Midsommar is quite the movie. And your boy has a Thailand movie poster here. This is hit hard on the left side, but speared by Westberg. That ball looked to hit him right in the midsection. He just had to get his glove in the right position and make the catch. Right in the gut. That ball was drilled. Westberg makes the put out. And that'll bring up Joey Weimer, who is up from AAA Nashville. He was hitting .220 down there. His first at-bat in the bigs this season, and first pitch is tapped foul off to the left. Whether it's Weimer or Weimer, I'm gonna go gonna go Weimer. I don't know why. The 0-1 is a breaking ball, low and away. I heard Weimer. Okay, we'll go Weimer. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, bottom of the zone, inside edge. Nice location there by Burnes. And the count 1-2 on Weimer. 2 down, nobody on, top of the second. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, loves interesting movies. A24, that's the studio I look to for good movies. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Weimer. And he taps it back to the mound. Burnes will throw a high lob over to first. Mountcastle with a bit of a shake of the head as if to say, did it need to be that much of a lollipop throw? Well, it works. Burnes gets out of the inning. A 1-2-3 inning. That's what we need. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-1 ball game. All right. A little sip of the old coffee. All right. That induced a few likes. We have a 3-game series with the Twins coming up after this, starting tomorrow night. And I did not check right before I went live today, but about 5 hours ago when I last checked on the MLB.com website under probable pitchers, I did not see any pitchers listed either for the Orioles or for the Twins. Now, if my math is correct, Cole Irvin, who started the first game in Boston, would be due to pitch next. He would pitch game 1, followed by Grayson Rodriguez and then Tyler Wells. So unless there's some sort of change to the rotation, that's what I would expect from Baltimore. But as far as the Twins go, couldn't tell you. No idea. Maybe the status has changed since then. Maybe I'll give a check here in another half inning. In fact, I'll try to remember to look at the out-of-town scores in the next half inning, although I don't think there's too many games on at this point yet. If there are, they're pretty early. All right, bottom of the second, Cedric Mullins leading off. He takes a first pitch strike, knee high on the outside corner. Rea threw 24 pitches in the first. That's good for the Orioles. Next one's way inside. Mullins has to bend out of the way. And the count, 1-1. Mullins got his average up now to 238. It was under 200 before the series began. This one's in the dirt. 2-1. Rob, if you have any sight on the Twins' probable starters, go ahead and let me know. Let everybody else know. Varland, okay. Lefty or righty, Rob? That's my biggest question. That lets me know what kind of lineup to expect. The 2-1 to Mullins. Hit hard in the right field. Up near the flag court. Will it get over? It does! Onto the flag court. Bye-bye, birdie. Cedric Mullins. His 3rd home run of the season. He's up to 10 RBI. The average might be low, but it's rising. And Mullins has been productive. Bye-bye, birdie, Cedric Mullins. The Orioles are ahead 2-1. It's been home run derby all weekend. The Brewers, obviously, with the edge. They've outscored us huge, 22-6, coming into today. But here's 2 early home runs already for Baltimore. And again, Colin Rea, I believe, did not give up a home run before today's start. He's been taken deep twice already. Nobody out in the bottom of the second. Jordan Westburg at the plate. First pitch is a strike. And here's the 0-1 outside. 1-1. Westburg has a home run in the series. Average at 261. This one's going to not get past the second baseman. Almost was able to bloop past the second baseman in the shallow center, but Bryce Terrain gets the glove up in the air to make the catch. And a big round of applause around the ballpark as Jackson Holliday makes his way up to the plate. And folks, your boy, the BirdWatcher, happy to clap along too. I am as much rooting for Holliday to have a nice, successful plate appearance as anybody. First pitch is off the plate for ball one. And that right there is already fantastic news, because I'm telling you, feels like about all but maybe once or twice Holliday has seen a tough first pitch strike. Here's the 1-0. Hit on the ground, foul. Off to the right. A sweeper low and in. Holliday turned on it, unable to keep it fair. His father, Matt Holliday, back in the crowd again today, sitting right next to Cal Ripken Jr., right behind home plate. The 1-1 is on the outside edge for a called strike, 1-2. Two strikes on Holliday. And this one is hit foul back behind the plate. Just got a piece of that one. A very defensive swing. Just looking for that confident swing from Holliday. The 1-2 pitch is outside by a few inches, 2 or 3 inches there. And based on the umpiring I've seen this weekend, I was worried that that was going to be a called strike 3. Luckily, it's not. 2-2 the count on Holliday. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second. And he swings and misses at a sweeper low and in. Holliday goes down swinging. My goodness. Make it, yeah. What is he up to now? Like 0 for 12, 0 for 13? And I believe he struck out at least half of the time. So somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 strikeouts, I want to say. Gunnar Henderson at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch, and the bat goes flying over toward the dugout on the first base side. And Gunnar spraying up the bat handle area for a little more stickiness. Yeah, Rod, one thing I would say, I mean, we had a nice first to third situation when Adley got the hit in the first and Gunnar went to third. We need to be more aggressive on the bases. That is something that was a giant part of our recipe for success last season. You know, going for that extra base, trying to steal. I haven't seen a whole lot of straight steal attempts. Here's a swing and a miss by Henderson. 1-2 the count. I mean, we've had opportunities with some fast guys on base. I mean, we've had some steals. Kowser's got a couple of steals this season. But there were situations where Mateo was on base, Holliday was on base. I want to see guys like that run all the time. The 1-2 pitch is a called strike 3. A backdoor sweeper there by Rea to end the inning. But the Orioles get the lead here. A second home run in as many innings. This time courtesy of Cedric Mullins. A shot over the flag court, went 396 feet. We're through 2 innings here at Camden Yards. We head to the third. The Orioles 2, the Brewers 1. 0 for 11 with 7 Ks is Jackson Holliday. Yeah, I'm telling you. I know a lot of people. I might have made people turn away from my channel the past day or two when I've been talking about Jackson Holliday. And I don't talk about Jackson Holliday in any sort of way that I'm trying to trash the kid or come down on him or act like there's anything to really even worry about. But the fact of the matter is, if he's uncomfortable, he's uncomfortable. And there's only so long you can allow that to happen when you're just bringing up a 20-year-old kid. I'm hoping we don't have to think about a contingency plan, but you do. You have to at least think about what we're going to do if Holliday continues to look like this. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping for his dad to maybe not be around for his first hit. Maybe his dad's sitting 10 feet away for every game so far is making him nervous. I don't know. I mean, all I can do is speculate, but I know Jackson has the tools. I know he's got the talent. I know it's only a matter of time before he settles in. But for right now, this is not the kind of kid that we were looking at down in Norfolk. And we're not asking to do much hitting ninth in the order. '20's not that young for MLB, unlike other pro sports. I mean, there's only a handful of players younger than Jackson Holliday in the league, I believe. Jackson Merrill for the Padres, maybe one or two others. It's not rare. I mean, we always have a handful every year, but in terms of rookies called up every year, that's young. 2-0 the count on Perkins, leading off here in the top of the third. Perkins hitting .318. This one's hit on the ground and through the hole between Gunnar and Holliday for a base hit. So the Brewers, the bats just don't take a break. They've got the leadoff man on here in the top of the third. And that'll flip the lineup over and bring up Contreras, who started off with a home run, second pitch of the ball game. Let's figure out a way to keep this one in the yard. Yeah, some would argue that 21 or even 22 is young for a position player to, break in and become an everyday player. This one's off the plate outside. Want to know the count on Contreras. Here's a check on the runner. Pretty close play. Perkins dives back in safely. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Probably one of the hottest hitters in all of baseball right now. William Contreras. The 1-0 pitch is hit foul at the plate. Rutschman will pick it up. Throw Burnes in new baseball. Contreras on a 10-game hitting streak. Kept that streak going quickly with that first inning home run. Here's another check on the runner, and the ball gets by Mountcastle, but not far enough. Perkins was laid out on the dirt there. And apparently it's a balk. It's a pitcher disengagement violation. How did we... I guess that was the attempt where either you nail him or you get awarded second. I guess Burnes thought for sure he could pick him off. You either have to do it in that spot or they get a free base. Now Perkins is at second with nobody out. Not sure about that from Burnes, whether he knew that was his last chance to do it or if he was very sure that he was going to be able to pick off Perkins, because if you're not sure, I can't come up with a good reason to even try in that situation. This is a breaking ball, bottom of the zone, just catching the bottom for a called strike. 2-2 on Contreras. Runner at second, nobody out. 2-1 Orioles in the top of the third. Rockets going off in chat. Thailand representing Orioles magic spreading all over the globe. Here's a breaking ball away and down. And that will run the count full here on Contreras. Tough situation here. You don't want to walk Contreras with nobody out and lead to a huge inning. But at the same time, you don't want to give in. The payoff pitch is a check swing and a foul. How Contreras got a piece of that, I couldn't tell you. But that's the sort of zone he's in right now. Seems comfortable up there, fouling pitches away until he gets what he wants. Another payoff pitch to Contreras. Swing and a miss. And Burnes reached back for something extra there, and boy, did the glove pop on that one. 98 miles an hour from Burnes. That might be the hardest ball he's thrown this season in an Orioles uniform. Right on the inside black. 98. And that's the kind of power we needed to get one past Contreras. A big first out. The runner still at second base. Here's Hoskins. And he takes upstairs. So that was another fastball, like 94. That was 4 miles under the previous pitch. That's how much he dialed up to strike out Contreras. There can't be 362 people here. That's impossible, right? 53. Thank you, Don. Good to see you, by the way. Yeah, folks, hit that like button if you don't mind. We're about to hit the 20 like threshold. We're hoping to get upwards of 40 or 50. Let's get those likes up, folks. It helps out the channel. 3-0 the count on Hoskins now. Burnes up to 41 pitches. One away here in the top of the third. And the 3-0 pitch is hit hard, but caught by Westberg, who was playing near the foul line. Wow, that one could have been a huge extra base hit. And Hoskins has already had several extra base hits this weekend already. Wow, Westberg, if he was just a couple of feet to his left before that ball was hit, that would have been down in the corner. 2 down now. Perkins still at second base, and Frelick up at the plate. First pitch swinging is fouled back behind the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Melanie, how you doing, hon? Yeah, Westberg looking very comfortable at third base. But I'm hoping he also doesn't mind playing at second, because third base belongs to Mayo one day. Here's a breaking ball hit softly. Rutschman will have to hurry, and not in time. Frelick with an infield single on a swinging bunt in front of Rutschman. Perkins will move up to third base. Adley did everything he could to make that play, but he had to go a long way to get to that ball. About halfway up the first base side. So we're not out of trouble yet. First and third with 2 down. The Orioles trying to hang on to the lead. And that'll bring up Willy Adames, 0 for 1 with a ground out. His average at .291. Another tough hitter in this Brewers lineup. And here's a check on the runner at first. And not sure why they never showed us the pickoff attempt from the perspective of the first base. Just stayed on the center field camera with the pitcher and catcher. But that is a disengagement. And now we'll get the first pitch to Adames, and this is going to be a throw down to second. What happened? Did the guy from third already score? Wow. The Brewers execute a double steal, and before Adley can even throw down to second base to get the trail runner. The lead runner comes in to score. Frelick, the trail runner, in a rundown and tagged out. But the Brewers pull off a double steal, and they're able to tie the ball game with the batter still up there with a bat in his hands. Wow. So they trade a run for an out. I suppose that's something they're willing to do. It works out for them, I guess. They tie the ball game. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the third, tied at 2. My goodness. This Brewers team really annoys me. I got to tell you. This has been our toughest comp. I mean, it's easy to say looking at the score lines from Friday and Saturday. I know it's easy to say. But even in a game right now that's just 2-2, it's very clear that of the teams we faced so far this season, this team has got it all. This is the best team we've played. I know the Pirates had a good record when we played them. I'm not sure if they've been keeping it up in recent days. I'm not sure how the Angels have been doing lately. The Royals have been great. The Royals have been doing great. But when we played them, they didn't look as good as these Brewers do. Man. But I will say this. I am happy. Well, first of all, I'll be happy to get out of this series with a win. That's priority number 1. But just as a baseball fan in general, I'm happy to see some strong teams coming up in the central divisions. It seems like all the money and all the payroll is reserved for the teams on either coast. And you look at divisions like the American League Central, and you're thinking, what a second-tier division this is. And a lot of people had the Brewers probably at around a 500 record this season. But so far in the early doors, they look like a real contender. Here's Adley Rutschman to lead things off in the bottom of the third. First pitch is a strike, and the next one is lifted in the air to center field. Perkins is right there. Makes the catch. Easy out. On 2 pitches, Rutschman retired in the bottom of the third. Rob, actually, I believe Rutschman sort of popped up out of his crouch and looked like he was going to deke a throw to second, but I swear the runner had already taken off from third before Rutschman threw down a second. It was one of those situations where a split second made all the difference. Santander pops it up. Can of corn in right field. And there's 2 quick outs here for Colin Rea here in the bottom of the third. Down goes Rutschman and down goes Santander. This is the good part of our lineup. We need to keep these bats going. Got to keep up with these Brewers. 2 away for Ryan O'Hearn. This one swung on, hit in the air. Right field, looking up as the right fielder. This one's going to reach the bleachers. Bye-bye, birdie. Ryan O'Hearn with his 2nd home run of the season. The Orioles with their 3rd home run of the ball game. It is home run derby in Baltimore. Ryan O'Hearn gives the Orioles the lead back again. It's 3-2 Baltimore here in the bottom of the third. A 2-out solo home run. My goodness. Get on out to the ballpark and get a seat in the outfield. They're giving away balls out there today. Mountcastle with a called strike. Tough call on him there. 0-1. Mountie 0 for 1 today. And this one's way inside. Wow. 3 innings and a home run in each inning. Hey, hun. Janet, how you doing, hun? And this one's hit in the air well, but he got under it, did Mountcastle. A big, long swing. Mountie didn't quite barrel it up, though. And it's going to be a fly ball out to left. But the Orioles strike back. I mean, one in the first, one in the second, now one in the third, all via the home run. Excuse me, no, two via the home run. Mullins with a solo shot. O'Hearn has two RBI today, a RBI single, and then this solo shot here in the third. We go to the fourth. Orioles 3, Brewers 2. Base, Narniak, Janet, Dr. Afro, Rob, Rod. How you guys doing? LRAX 34. If I'm reading that right. Maybe it's IRAX. Can't tell if that's a capital I or a lowercase L. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, probably couldn't read that right if it was blown up 10 times the size. All right, we need another shutdown inning from Burnes. He's due for one. A run in the first, a 0 in the second, and a run last inning. Now time for another 0. Let's keep the pattern going for now, and then end the pattern in the next inning with another 0, and then another 0. I think your boys may be an inning away from needing a break from Lucky Strike. Reach for a Lucky. They're toasted. Let's go. Come on, O's. Hey, folks, here's the deal. If we win today, I know it's been a tough series, but if we win today, not only do we keep that not getting swept streak alive, that'll put us at 9-6. Folks, you know what 9-6 is? That's a 600 winning percentage, which puts us right on pace for about 97 wins. Okay, Burnes out there, and Adames at the plate. First pitch is off the outside for ball one. Adames was at the plate in the last inning for the Brewers when they executed a double steal, scored a run, but also made an out. So Adames is back up at the plate again. And this is a foul ball down the left field corner. 0-2 the count on Adames. 0 for 1 today. I'm sipping on a latte. Some Thai iced coffee. The 0-2 is hit on the ground and a diving stop by Westberg. He gets up and unfortunately the throw is a little bit off. Mountcastle had to come off the bag to get it. But a lovely stop by Westberg. It would have been a close play had he made that accurate throw, but you love to see the play there at the hot corner. So the leadoff man on again for the Brewers. Here's Gary Sanchez. He takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Upper part of the zone there. Luckily, Sanchez wasn't looking for a curve because that location could have been troubled. And the 0-1 to Sanchez, just off the outside edge, maybe a little low. And 1-1 the count. 50 pitches now for Burnes here in the fourth. The 1-1 foul ball at the plate. And Adames was running on that pitch. He will retreat back to first. Burnes now with a check on the runner. Adames back in with a slide. So we're in an era of speeding up the ball game, but this at bat is taking a while as now the hitter calls for time, stepping out of the box, and another delay. This feels like old school baseball. All right, Sanchez back in the box. He's got a 1-2 count. And Burnes' next pitch is fouled off. Still 1-2. Sanchez, only a couple of hits on the season. Average way below 200, but still a dangerous hitter. The 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. So a long at bat here. Sanchez wears number 99. Adames at first. The pitch is inside. Rutschman tried to frame it, but it was certainly inside. The crowd wanted it. Perhaps to make up for some of the bad calls so far this weekend that seem to have gone against us way more than it have the Brewers. There goes Adames. The pitch is low and away, and it doesn't matter. It's ball 4. 2 on and nobody out for the Brewers. My goodness. This team just keeps coming at you. Man. All right, we're going to have to bear down here. Bryce Terang at the plate, and he lays down a bunt, and it's a good one. Burnes throws oh, my God, he spikes it at first. That ball is thrown away, and Adames is going to come in to score to tie the ball game on the error. The other 2 runners will move up now to second and third base. Still nobody out. Burnes throws the ball away on a bunt attempt. My God. I mean, your boy, the BirdWatcher. Wow. Really poor throw there by Burnes. Second and third. 3-3 game now. Nobody out, and this pitch is off the plate outside. Wow. Folks, I mean, our backs are up against the wall here. Our backs up against the wall right now. 1-0 the pitch. Breaking ball upstairs, 2-0. Joey Ortiz, the batter. He's 0 for 1. I mean, something's got to go our way. Matt, you might not want to ask at the moment. It's a 2-0 pitch to Ortiz. Swing and a miss. Okay, there's something to build off of. The Brewers have a run in on the throwing error by Burnes. Still nobody out and runners at second and third. And there's a called strike. So now the count even up at 2-2 on Ortiz. That's the 60th pitch from Burnes. Here in the 4th, nobody out. So now his pitch count is getting up there. The 2-2 tapped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Man. This ain't easy. This is not easy. Another 2-2 coming to Ortiz. And he swings at one that was well inside, helping out Burnes. He gets a piece of it to foul it off. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Folks, cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross any appendages you might have. The Orioles trying to get out of a jam here. Second and third, nobody out. The pitch, low and away, ball 3. Full count now on Ortiz. My goodness. Who's on deck? Joey Wiemer on deck. Whew. Man. The payoff pitch to Ortiz. Hit in the air, popped up. Please stay in play. Westberg looking up, and he'll make the catch on the track on the third base side. A huge first out for Corbin Burnes. Still a long way to go to get out of this situation with at least a tie in place. So now with a runner, or with a run, I'll get it out, folks. With a base open at first and 1 away, Adley comes out to talk to Burnes, probably about what to do here in terms of how to handle Joey Wiemer. I mean, just called up from AAA. He's sort of the unknown in this lineup. We know everybody else is hitting the ball around. I don't know if I would try to pitch around Wiemer here. They certainly won't just give him a free pass. If anything, they'll just won't put anything in the zone for him. Hope he chases. But I think you kind of have to attack him here. First pitch is a swing and a miss on a breaking ball, so Wiemer helps out by going after a curve that dropped a few inches out of the zone. 0-1 the count. Let's go after Wiemer's aggressiveness there. Try to figure him out. The next pitch, and there's a perfectly located sinker. Top of the zone on the inside edge. Wow. Burnes is painting like a Renaissance classic to get this 0-2 count. Trying to put him away. The pitch, a breaking ball, and he can't get Wiemer to chase. That was by design. Count 1-2 now. This is definitely a strikeout situation. Double play not in order here. The 1-2 to Wiemer. Over the plate but low, and Wiemer able to lay off that slider. That's probably the first slider Burnes has thrown today. The count now 2-2 to Wiemer. The pitch. Called strike 3. Wiemer goes down. A sinker at the bottom of the zone. A huge second out via the strikeout. So while Burnes made a huge error throwing the ball down the right field line, allowing a run to score, he has also been responsible for helping, perhaps getting out of further damage by inducing a foul pop-up and now a strikeout. And with 2 downs, that'll bring up Perkins. Blake Perkins, 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored back in the third. 2 down, second and third. Tie ball game in the top of the fourth. This one's in the dirt. Rutschman will keep the ball within reach. And the count now 2-0. Boy, now 2-0. You got Contreras on deck. You need to go after Perkins here. Cannot let Contreras come up with the bases loaded. The 2-0 to Perkins is in there for a called strike. Perkins with a half swing. 72 pitches now for Burnes here in the fourth. Trying to keep this ball game tied. The 2-1 is on the outside edge, a called strike 2. So one more strike, and Burnes, despite again making a big error that helped the Brewers tie the game, one strike away from getting out of trouble here. Keeping the game tied. The pitch, swing and a miss. A cutter down and in, and the batter chased it. A second strikeout in the inning for Burnes. He does what he needs to get out of the jam, but a big error gives the Brewers a run here to tie the ball game. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-3 between the Orioles and the Brewers. My goodness, your boy needs to take a little bit of a break. This break brought to you by Lucky Strike. Need to take a break? Reach for a Lucky. I'll be right back, folks. Folks, remember, if you're watching along today and you haven't hit the like button, could you consider doing it? It does help out the channel. All you got to do is tap that thumbs up below the screen. There's no commitment, there's no obligation, and no salesman will visit your home. Please hit the like button and help out the Orioles BirdWatcher channel. You'll help the Orioles BirdWatcher community grow. Thank you. Okay, bottom of the fourth we go. And Colton Cowser at the plate, and he gets a called strike on a pitch inside. My goodness. You know what? Can we get this crew out of here? Low and in on a curveball. 1-1 the count on Cowser. Can we get some cows in my chat, please? 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Folks, you know there's a delay. You got to hurry up and get those cows in the chat if you want to see some production from the milkman. 2-1 the count. This one's outside. 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Hit foul off to the left. There's the cows. Send them in. The payoff pitch is hit back up the middle. The shortstop Adames has it, and he'll throw to first in time. Right back up the middle. Adames just able to get to it before it got through to center field. Cowser grounds out to begin the bottom of the fourth. Folks, we're just going to have to get those cows and that milk up in the chat sooner next time. Cedric Mullins at the plate. He's 1 for 1 with that home run. Here's a line drive on a short hop to second base. Fielded cleanly there by Terang over to first, and Mullins is retired on 1 pitch. Wow, so Rea gets 2 quick outs after Corbin Burnes threw a lot of pitches in the top half of the inning. he needs time to get a little bit of rest there in the dugout. Hopefully we can get a longer at bat here as Jordan Westburg is at the plate with 2 down. He's 0 for 1. First pitch he takes for a called strike, inside edge. Base is empty, 2 down. The pitch is inside. Westburg has to turn his back away. 1-1 the count. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Brewers. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 big error for the Orioles. This one's popped foul behind the plate, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Westburg goes down swinging, and the Orioles are retired here in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the 5th, still tied at 3. All right, let's see if there's some out-of-town scores here as the BirdWatcher will rejoin you back here in the corner of your screen. Hey, how you doing? See, the Red Sox and Angels are tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Pirates and Phillies tied at 1 in the bottom of the 5th. The Blue Jays up 3-0 on the Rockies after 4 innings. The Braves ahead 5-3 over the Fish in the 4th. No score, Kansas City and the Mets. Twins up 3-0 early on the Tigers. I say early, it's the 5th inning. The Yankees up 4-2 in the 4th over the Guardians. Rays up 3-1 on the Giants in the 3rd. Reds up 2-0 on the White Sox in the 3rd. Also in the 3rd inning, the Astros ahead of the Rangers, 1-0. Coming up later, we have the Nationals and the Athletics. Boy, I need more coffee. We have the Cubs and the Mariners, the Cardinals and the Diamondbacks, and the Dodgers and Padres coming up on Sunday Night Baseball. Gee, Dodgers on Sunday Night Baseball. I can't believe they thought to put them on the schedule. What a shock. Okay, top of the 5th, top of the order, due up for the Brewers. Corbin Burnes needs a quick inning of work. Contreras, heck of a series, heck of a begin to the season for him. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Not very close. The 1-0, up and in. Curveball that didn't drop like Burnes had hoped. And the count 2-0 here to the leadoff man in the top of the 5th. This one is outside, 3-0. Burnes can ill afford to issue a free pass here. Between his pitch count and the score and the way the Brewers have been hitting, you do not want to let the leadoff man on for free. But you got to be careful as well here with Contreras. The 3-0 pitch is outside, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to lead things off in the top of the 5th. Man, oh man, oh man. Are we up to 30 likes? Hey, that's something. We're going for 40. We're going for 40. 62 people here. Come on, folks. Just to let you know, your boy the BirdWatcher is coming at you live from the other side of the world. It's currently 1:50 a.m. local time. He's here to bring you every game, no matter what time it's on. Here's a called strike, a curveball on the low outside corner to Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins 1 for 2. Runner at first, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Here's a throw down to second on a steal attempt. And Contreras will steal the base. Boy, the Brewers showing the sort of base running aggressiveness that you would expect from the Orioles. It has to be said. They play a brand of baseball that is a lot like ours when we're doing things right. Burnes about to throw his 80th pitch of the game. No outs here in the fifth. Runner in scoring position now, and this one's inside, 1-1 on Rhys Hoskins. Boy, another inning with work to do already. Nobody out and a runner in scoring position. I mean, every inning. I think only the second inning the Brewers retired in order. A 2-1 pitch has popped up. Right center field. Santander makes the catch. Contreras will tag and move up to third base. So a productive out for Hoskins as the go-ahead run now 90 feet away with only one out. More trouble to somehow escape. How many more times can we do it? Sal Frelick stepping in. Single back in the third, currently hitting .327. A pitch in there for a strike. Hey, Cam, I see you there in chat. Thanks for coming in. Another tense moment here in the ball game. Looks like the infield is slightly in, not all the way in, but playing up. They want to cut down the run at third if they can. 0-2 the count now after a foul ball. And the 0-2 pitch coming, and he swings at one that was inside, somehow gets a piece of it. Fouled back behind the plate. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Sal Frelick. Burnes looking for a strikeout again. He needs it. Another 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. My goodness, Frelick just got a piece of that one. I almost thought for a sec that maybe he swung and missed and maybe the catcher just dropped the ball. But he did just get a piece. In fact, it was a foul tip. If Rutschman were able to collect that ball, it would have been a strikeout. Still 0-2 on Frelick. Runner at third, 1 down. The pitch. Swing and a tapper off to the right. Another foul ball. No easy at-bats in this Brewers lineup. Hey there, Farhan. Good to have you here, buddy. This one is just a bit low and in. Burnes trying to find that corner. Just a little bit off. Now about to throw his 89th pitch today. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to go past 5 innings, folks. The pitch is tapped foul at the plate. My goodness. 1-2 the count. I mean, a long at bat. Burnes has only thrown 1 pitch out of the zone. But Frelick really battling here. Here comes the 8th pitch of this at bat. Outside ball 2. My goodness. Oh. This is like having your nose hairs plucked one at a time. The 2-2 to Frelick. Just a bit low, ball 3. What an at bat here by Frelick. It'll be pitch number 10 coming from Burnes. His 92nd of the day. And it's back up the middle, cut down by the shortstop, and now they've got the runner in a rundown. They'll tag him. Rutschman now looking toward first. Frelick will reach. So that'll be a fielder's choice as we cut down the runner at coming home. A huge out there. So we trade the runner at third now for a runner at first base. 2 down. So Burnes hopefully can get this final out of the inning, and that'll probably be the end of the day for him. Adames up now, and the first pitch is low for ball 1. Adames 1 for 2, a single in the 4th. Action in the Oriole pen, Jacob Webb, the right-hander. Burnes with a check on the runner at first. Frelick back in with a dive. Whoo, boy. This is a tense game here. A tense game. 2 out and a 3-3 ball game, top of the 5th. There goes Frelick. Throw down, and that one's going to be late. So Frelick with a stolen base. The Brewers are just taking bases wherever they want. So the Brewers take away the force out at second and now have a runner in scoring position. A 2-0 count on Adames. The pitch is hit foul, and Adames helping out Burnes there by chasing one outside. Pitch number 96 to come. 55 strikes and 40 balls so far for Burnes. Here it is. Curveball low and away. 3-1 on Adames. Man. Oh, man. 2 down in the 5th. Runner at second. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. And again, Adames chasing one outside. The count will run full. And there's some noise in the crowd here with 2 strikes and 2 down. Burnes needs to reach down into the tank at least one more time. Try to keep this game level. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another pitch outside off the plate. And Adames again can't help. He can't resist. He chases one. Burnes gets out of it with a strikeout. And if that's the end of the day for him, boy, he battled through 5 innings. Not his best stuff. 6 hits and 2 walks. He gets 5 Ks in 5 innings, 98 pitches. I don't see any situation where he's going to come out for a 6th inning. Jacob Webb getting loose. We'll probably see him coming out. We go to the bottom of the 5th, halfway through this one. Tie ball game, 9-1-2 due up. Holliday, Henderson, and Rutschman. Ooh, doctor. Trying to nurse this coffee. But I'm going to have to chug it eventually before the ice melts. Nobody wants a watered down coffee drink. Oh, boy. This is a tense one, folks. I want an explosion of offense. I want a 5 spot on the board. I want to hit around. I want Holliday to do something. Something. Again, it's not just the fact that he hasn't got a hit yet. I mean, somebody in chat tell me, what's the best hit ball he's had. Has he hit a ball into the outfield yet? Does he even have just like a high, lazy fly ball to the outfield? I'm not even sure. Feels like ground balls and strikeouts is all I can think in my head. Well, I don't want to get the jump here. I can already see there's been at least one pitch, and there's a swing and a miss by Holliday. He chased one inside to begin this at-bat, and it's 0-1. Holliday 0 for 1. And another swing and a miss. This one was closer toward being a strike. 0-2 the count. Oh, and 2 on Holliday, man. Come on, Jackson. Come on. Check swing. Did he go? No. Thank God. Third base umpire prevents Holliday from striking out. The count 1-2. Called strike 3. A sweeper that looks like it was off the outside corner by an inch or two. Rea gets the call, and Holliday strikes out again. So is that 0 for 12 with 8 strikeouts? Is that what we're up to? Folks, again, I mean, I don't want to sit here and I don't want to be right. Here's a ground by Henderson up the middle, a base hit. A 1-out single by Henderson. We have a base runner here with 1 down. Rutschman will come up. I mean, yeah. It's not like I want to sit here and be right when I talk about Jackson's struggles and how there's a difference between, you know, getting off to a slow start and just looking completely overmatched. Here's a called strike to Rutschman on the outside corner. 0-1. I feel your frustration, Bill. I feel it, man. It's tough. 0-1 the count. And this is swung on and missed. I mean, the best comp I can give is looking at Colton Cowser last year and how much he struggled during his time with his first call-up. But Cowser, even though he was struggling, he didn't look like Holliday looks at the plate. He didn't look completely overmatched, completely lost. He just wasn't, you know, getting the hits. This one's off the plate. 1-2 the count on Adley Rutschman. Runner at first, 1 down. Tie ball game, bottom of the 5th, excuse me. 3 apiece here. The Orioles have their 3 runs all on homers. No, not all on homers. That's the second time I did that today. A couple of solo homers, one by O'Hearn and one by Mullins, and O'Hearn also with an RBI single. 1-2 the count on Rutschman. Henderson at first. The pitch way outside. The catcher has the ball drop out of his glove as he pops out of his crouch. Henderson stays at first base. It's Sanchez behind the plate today, with Contreras DHing to keep his bat in the lineup. Only the second start of the season for Sanchez behind the plate. 2-2 the count on Rutschman. And he fouls this one off to the right. How you doing there, Pool? Hey there, K Drums. Final game of a 3-game series. The Orioles looking to avoid the sweep. And, of course, it's been 1 month shy of 2 years since they've been swept. This is fouled off again by Rutschman. Just about to the day if you add one more month, that's when 2 years ago, Adley Rutschman was called up and this sweepless streak began. Trying to keep it alive. Two and two on Rutschman. This will be the 72nd pitch of the day from Rea. And a swing and a foul ball off to the right. Rutschman just getting a piece. Still 2 and 2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming here to Rutschman. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. And Henderson is safe at second. Boy, that was close. And the fielder is pointing. The Brewer manager has his hand up. He wants to see if they want to challenge. Very close play down there. Henderson called safe. Rutschman struck out. And it looks like Henderson did sneak the hand in there. Sliding to the outside of the bag, giving himself that extra inch he needs to avoid the tag before reaching the base safely. So Rutschman strikes out. That's the second out of the inning, but Henderson does get himself in a scoring position for Anthony Santander. Can we get a big 2-out RBI hit? We need Santander to come through. Batting from the left side, Santander 0 for 2 today, and the first pitch is up and away for ball one. The 1-0. Swung on and fouled off to the right. A big swing landing into the seats down there. That sort of twist down the right field line there. Let's hear that charge call. The 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground. A diving stop by Hoskins. He gets up and runs to the bag himself for the out. And the Orioles are retired. Henderson with a base hit and a stolen base. But he's left at second. We're through 5 innings here at Camden Yards. Tied up at 3 apiece. My goodness. Man, oh man, who's going to come on out? I'm assuming it's going to be Jacob Webb. We'll keep a look down here under the name Burnes to see what name pops up. I'm assuming someone will. Trying not to, David. Sometimes I'll have the thing just like this, and without me touching anything, it'll just pop down like that. And I can't always be keeping an eye here and an eye on the ball game at the same time. But I do my best. I made that decision myself. I'm not going to keep the balls and strikes animation up because there's enough animation here, or enough information, I should say, for anybody tuning in to be able to be up to date with what the score is, sort of where we're at in the ball game, and how those runs were scored. When it comes to balls and strikes and figuring out what's happening in the moment, well, listen to me. The BirdWatcher will guide you through. Narniak, I'm not sure. I mean, Burnes, for the first of all, hasn't been that sharp today. Secondly, even though he is a staff ace, and typically you get more innings than you do out of your lesser pitchers, higher pitch count to work with, but I mean, we're a couple of pitches short of 100 already. Uh-oh. Hold on, your boy the BirdWatcher. There we go. Your BirdWatcher's touchpad is a little sensitive suddenly. I'm going to keep it right there and hopefully no need to touch it. All right, top of the 6th. And indeed, we have a new pitcher on the mound. Jacob Webb. First pitch is a strike to, who's out there? Sanchez. And this is off the end of the bat. Sanchez hits it to the opposite field for a base hit. My goodness. I mean, even when they don't square the ball up, the ball just finds a hole. Opposite field single for Sanchez, leading off the top of the 6th. Webb has already appeared in 7 games so far this season. 7 1/3 innings. He's been great. An ERA of 1.23. Opponents hitting just a $1.25. Although I'm not sure if that hit that just occurred is part of that equation. Here's a bunt attempt taken back, but it's a called strike right down the middle. Bryce Terang showing bunt, 1 for 2 today. The go-ahead run at first base, nobody down, top of the 6th. Orioles now into their bullpen. This one's low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Did I lose Sean the Whip? I feel like I haven't seen Sean the Whip in chat since the very beginning of the ball game. Here's a ground ball to first base. Mountcastle goes to second for 1. Gunner back to first, and it's a high throw, and thankfully Mountcastle able to stab that ball out of the air. That ball was ticketed for the dugout or the stands. A wild throw from Gunner. They do get the lead runner, so it will go down merely as a fielder's choice. One away. Sanchez knocked off the bases. Here's Ortiz now, and here's a base hit into right field. Ortiz with a base hit, and the runner at first goes all the way to third. My goodness. Terang to third base on a hit to right field. Another opposite field hit, and that pitch was low. And that's a second hit this series. Ortiz with a really nice approach, reaching out to get a ball on the outside and taking it the other way. And now we'll have a meeting on the mound. Another tight spot here. First and third and only 1 away. Oh, the whip is here. Okay. Well, the whip will occasionally say things like, be sure to hit the like button once every 4 innings or so. It's all good. It's all good. We're about to hit 40 likes, folks. Hey, you could be one of 2 people to maybe get us to 40. I know it doesn't seem like much. It might seem like a trivial thing to do, but I promise you it does help out the channel. So first and third, 1 away. Jacob Webb on the mound in relief of Burnes. And now it's Joey Wiemer, who's 0 for 2 today. Looking for a double play or a strikeout here. First pitch is outside for ball 1. The only reason the Orioles are still in this game is the fact that the Brewers are just 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Here's another steal attempt, but this time Adley guns him down. And that's a huge out. Boy, a lot of aggressive base running for the Brewers, and it's been paying off all series, but this time you have to wonder, considering the situation with the go-ahead run at third base and only 1 out. The runner at first tries to steal, and now there's 2 down. And it'll take a hit to drive him in. And now it's popped up. First base, Mountcastle in the outfield, makes the catch. And just like that, the Orioles somehow magically dance out of trouble. Courtesy of help from Adley Rutschman, he guns down the base runner trying to steal. We go to the bottom of the 6th. This ball game's still tied at 3. And yeah, between that poorly timed decision and struggling with runners in scoring position today, the Brewers, boy, they're going to be feeling this if we come out and win this. Rob, I can only say that the Brewers are just in a zone right now. The Brewers feel like they can do no wrong, and until that last play, it's hard to blame them. They feel like, I mean, they've basically been pouring it on the Orioles. Let's be honest. There's a reason why McCann got in the ear of Adames after the Brewers went up big in the first game. The Brewers have been flexing their muscles this whole series. They have not let their foot off the gas. And that play finally caught up with them. Yeah, we got to take advantage of that mistake. We have got to take advantage of that mistake and get some runs on the board. Let's see who's due up for the Orioles. Ryan O'Hearn will lead it off. O'Hearn had a home run today already, plus a single, 2 for 2, average up now to 324. Let's hear it for O'Hearn. Can we get some O's in the chat for O'Hearn? Give me some uppercase O's in the chat, folks. I need an O. Give me an O. I'm looking for something in the emojis that looks kind of like an O. Maybe like a donut. Yeah, there you go. There's my O. Okay, O'Hearn up at the plate now. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Rea still out there on the mound for his 6th inning of work. The pitch is swung on and line caught by Terang. He leaves his feet to make the catch. So O'Hearn with a liner. He continues to square up the baseball, but unlucky this time as he lines out to second base to begin the bottom of the 6th. Unfortunate for O'Hearn. That'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle. And where's my cursor? This one is a called strike, and it's a couple of inches off the plate. Come on, ump. You know what? I am sick of this. I am waiting for a pitch like that to get called our way. And this one's fouled away, and it's 0-2. Mountcastle in the hole with the help from the umpire. You know what? This umpiring crew can go do something up a rope. And I've completely lost my cursor. I have no idea where it is. 0-2 on Mountcastle. And this one's in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. "81 pitches now for Rea. 1 out here in the 6th. Swing and a tapper. Rea with a sliding stop and get the play at first. Wow. Colin Rea taking off toward the first base side on a weak tapper in the infield. Goes into a slide to field it, and just a couple of feet away from the bag, flips it to the first baseman to get the out. Not an easy play to recreate during your spring training drills, but credit to Rea there for making that play. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Base is empty for How about a nice bases empty 2 down go-ahead home run for Cowser? How'd that be, folks? I'd like that. Cows are 0 for 2 today. Wrapping up a huge week. Again, your boy hoping for Player of the Week honors for Cowser. Luckily, Contreras, who might be up for an award, is playing in the National League. This one's pop foul. 1-1 on Hoskins. Or Hoskins. Cowser. Oh, it's only 2:21 a.m., Steve. Come on. You're a big boy. You've been up this late before. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, tie ball game. And the 1-1, the Cowser is outside, 2-1. We have action in the Brewers bullpen. Brian Hudson, the lefty, is getting up. This one's low. 2-1 the Cowser. Three and 1 the count. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. A 2-out walk to the milkman. And that'll bring up Mullins, who's got a home run today. Lifted one over to the flag court back in the 2nd inning. 2 down in the 6th. Go ahead run on first base for Mullins. The Brewers getting that lefty loose. I don't know if he'll be ready in time for Mullins, and Cows are already out of the way. And now we're getting a delay. Here comes the manager buying some time, and it looks like they're going to go to the lefty here. 2 of the next 3 batters from the left side, Mullins and Holliday, with Westberg sandwiched in between. Although you have to think that they'll lift Holliday for a pinch hitter. Probably Jorge Mateo. I mean, you could. Yeah, you'd have to go Mateo. The only other option is Hayes, but right now Mateo is still a better hitter against lefties than Hayes. Plus, you'd have to bring in an infielder to replace Holliday anyway, so you might as well go for a like for like. So, yeah, I would imagine Mateo would pinch hit for Holliday if it were to get that far. There's already 2 out in the inning, so this pitcher only has to get the 1 out. Doesn't necessarily have to pitch the next inning. Oh, boy. I've been wearing the hat today, and I've kept with the home white shirts. This is still pretty much the same day for your boy, the BirdWatcher. After waking up for a 3 a.m. first pitch in the middle of last night, I got a few hours of sleep after the game and then maybe a 2-hour nap late in the afternoon for me. So you add things up, I got about 5.5 hours of sleep. That's not too bad. And then once I get through this game, I can sleep for as long as I want. I'll be free until the next game on Monday night, facing the Twins. Hey, Sean the Whip Whipple, if you're still around, got any idea if the Twins have any probable starters listed besides tomorrow's game? Maybe we can look at the matchups for all 3 games. Brian Hudson, the lefty. This is his 2nd appearance in the series. Sort of a sidearm delivery. Mullins at the plate. And the first pitch to him is swung on and missed. A sweeper at 77 miles an hour. Mullins with a huge cut. And the count 0-1. Cows are at first, 2 down. Tie ball game in the bottom of the 6th. The Orioles really need a win here. This one's high, ball 1. And the charge bugle goes off around the ballpark. Let's hear it in the Orioles Charm City chat. We need a run. Let's will it. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Another sweeper from Hudson. Dropping off the plate. And the count 1-2 on Mullins. The 1-2. Oh, first, check on the runner. Cows are back in with a slide. Hudson gets the sign. And the pitch. Check swing. Called strike 3. Mullins wants to know if that was a strike or if he swung or where that ball was. Either way, the inning is over. Hudson comes in and gets the strikeout to end the 6th. We go to the late innings, folks. All tied up at 3. It's been 3-3 for how long? And I still don't know where my cursor is. I have no idea. No idea. I'm just, oh, you know, there it is at the very top of my screen. Okay. Well, why are you acting that way? Why are you acting that way? Oh, no. Now I've done that. Your boy is not going to touch anything. Okay. There's a little bit of control. There's a little bit of control. Jeez. 7th inning we go. Well, we're going to see Cano today. Pretty sure. We haven't seen him really in this series, have we? Or I think maybe if he did see him, he got 1 out. I feel like the last time he pitched, he only got 1 out. Could see Coulomb today if need be. We're going to need our best relievers here in this tie game. Feels like a must-win. Big difference between going 9-6 versus 8-7. 9-6 is a .600 winning percentage. 8-7 is just a game over 500. Early doors, but you just want to avoid that sweep. All right. Yeah, I know Cano's not looked good. That's why I think the last time we used him, we only used him for 1 out. And there was a situation where we could have brought him back out for the next inning, but we didn't. So guess who's on the mound? It's Cano. So there you go. And again, this is a spot where I feel like here's a foul ball bunt attempt by Perkins, the number 9 hitter, leading off. So 9-1-2 due up. I feel like they're going to Cano here when they could be using him for the 8th if he were pitching better. But it was certainly his turn to get an inning of work somewhere. And with 9-1-2 due up, maybe the thinking is this is his best chance to get 3 batters out versus the meat of their order. So I can see why the timing of Cano makes sense here. The 0-1 pitch lifted in the air to right field, backing up on it, looking up at Santander, and this ball's going to go. Blake Perkins has given the Brewers the lead. Cano coughs up the lead. First batter he sees, home run to the number 9 hitter, Blake Perkins. Brewers 4, Orioles 3 here in the top of the 7th. Top of the order now. So much for maybe getting the number 9 hitter out. So much for maybe facing a weaker bat in the lineup. The 1-0 to Contreras is a called strike, 1-1. Blake Perkins. And there goes my stream, as it usually does at this time every game. I don't know why. It insists on making me reopen the page. I guess, what, about 2.5 hours in every ball game? All right, game is back up. 2-2 the count after a pitch low and away to Contreras. Nobody out, top of the 7th. The Brewers have taken the lead here on a home run by Blake Perkins. This one's low and away. 3-2. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. Contreras went after one low and outside. A changeup. Lots of movement. Replaying that pitch to Perkins that was hit out. That ball had a lot of the plate. One down for Rhys Hoskins. First pitch to him is a called strike. So the Orioles have got to dig deep here. I tell you, this is going to be really hard to take if we don't wind up winning this ball game. Off the plate, 1-1. Next pitch, a little bit outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on Rhys Hoskins, 1 for 3 today. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, needs to get up and stretch. Here is a called strike, and the count even up at 2-2. By the way, David, thanks for that donation. I think the first thing I need to put it towards is one of those typical YouTuber chairs. You know, the padded chairs that are designed to be sat in for several hours at a time. Here's a line drive to second base on a bounce. Holliday has it over to first in time, 2 away. See, that was another case where the page just bounced down on its own to show the balls and strikes animation. 2 away for Sal Frelick. Base is empty. And the first pitch to him is tapped over the mound, and behind second, Gunnar will make the play to retire Frelick on 1 pitch. But Cano coughs up the lead by serving up a home run to the number 9 hitter, Blake Perkins. 7th inning stretch time here in Baltimore. Brewers 4, Orioles 3. The Orioles down for the first time today. Your boy will be back in just a sec. All right, Don, I'm with you. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Come on. The BirdWatcher is recruiting for another mod to help out with the chat. Right now I've only got a couple, and your boy thinks maybe might need one more. I guess, is that light sort of annoying back there? I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's only 2:36 a.m. here. You know, it's only been a couple of hours or so. Your boy might want to take a peek at the old subscriber count. I believe we were at 360 to start the ball game. Looks like we got 9 new subscribers. Let's try to get it to 370. One more subscriber to hit 370. Another nice round number. Hell, 375. That's not bad either. 7th inning stretch still. We're waiting for the ball to get underway, or the ball game to get back underway here. Just looking at the old live sub count. There it is, folks. Hey, if you're watching right now, why don't you think about subscribing? Your boy's going to be calling every game this year. If you hit that sub button, you can also hit the notification bell. And every time the Orioles are on, you'll know it. You'll never have to think about it. You can check in with the BirdWatcher anytime during the ball game. Hit that subscription button, folks. Join the BirdWatcher community. We got a Discord going. It's a growing channel. You're going to want to be a part of it. Be a part of that first 400, folks. Get on in. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. We are going to the bottom of the 7th. Hey, look who it is. And have a nice, fun time, my friend. Get a life. Goodbye. Take it easy. And that's why the whip is sort of needed here, folks. If the whip can't be here, the BirdWatcher needs to know that the whip can't be here, so the BirdWatcher can make plans. Okay, Abner Uribe is the new pitcher for the Brewers, right-hander, first appearance of this series. He's made 5 appearances so far in the season. Jordan Westburg to lead it off for the Orioles, and the first pitch, actually that's not the first pitch, it's fouled away, and that'll make the count 1-2. Apologies, your boy the BirdWatcher missing the first couple of pitches. Oh, it's not a rowdy bunch at all. The Charm City chat is the best chat going. Here's a ground ball, left side, base hit. Westburg finds a hole on the left side, reaching out for that one. A leadoff single, just what the doctor ordered. The Orioles have the tying run on with nobody out. And let's see, does that mean Holliday is due up? All right, Janet, you know what? Guess what, Janet? Welcome to the show. Janet, if you do what you just did there, maybe once per inning, then that's all you need to do. Janet? With moderating comes privileges. Welcome to the world of modding, Janet. Ball 1 here to Jackson Holliday. Holliday is 0 for 2. Holliday is 0 for a lot. All can be forgiven with a productive at-bat here. Tying run at first, nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch swung on and ground to the right side. Base hit! Jackson Holliday with his first major league hit. And Westburg will go all the way to third. The tying run 90 feet away. Jackson Holliday, welcome to the majors, my friend. Get that monkey off your back. Forget about it, folks. Holliday. And you know what, Janet, the new mod, look at the luck she has brought chat right from the get-go. Folks, you got to believe. When the BirdWatcher makes a move, He's making a play to win. Holliday at first. Westburg at third. Speed on the corners. Nobody out. Back to the top of the order for Gunnar Henderson. The pitch. Upstairs for ball one. All right. Let's get it going, chat. This is the time to get going. This is the time to hit 370. Come on. Let's go. Holliday on base with his first major league hit. First and third. Check on Holliday. He's back standing. Janet, are you prepared to take on the huge responsibility that is occasionally telling people to hit the like button? I hope you can do it. Swung on. Drilled. Right field. It's down for a hit. Westburg will score standing. Holliday will motor over to third. He's in safely. And does that get... No, Henderson will stay at first, but it's a game-tying RBI single for Gunnar Henderson. A brand-new ball game, and the go-ahead run now 90 feet away. Nobody out here in the bottom of the seventh. Come on, Birdland. We don't get swept. Goonies never say die. Adley Rutschman due up now. And I'm telling you, just with that one Holliday hit, you just get the feeling of what this lineup can do. Holliday, then Gunnar due up after that. Westburg already on base. Then Adley after that. Then Santander after that. We just got to keep the line moving. We got a conference on the mound with Uribe, who's coming and yet to get an out. First and third and a run already in. Yeah, that's right, folks. Come on, let's hear it. I mean, where are those little celebration emojis down here? I don't have them in my corner. I guess I'm too important to have the little celebration emojis popping off in the corner. But you guys can do it. The crowd is making noise here at the ballpark. They can feel it. Ready to take the lead here. Adley coming to the plate. Holliday at third. Henderson at first. Nobody down. And here's the first pitch from Uribe. And it's grounded back up the middle. Adames tags the bag with his foot and then over to first for a double play. But the run scores. It's not the best result, but it'll have to do. The Orioles have the lead back. A double play, no RBI for Rutschman, but Holliday will come in to score. The Orioles lead now 5-4 here in the bottom of the seventh. Base is empty now with two down for Anthony Santander. First pitch to him is outside for ball one. There you go, Janet. Now you don't have to worry about saying that again for another 10, 15 minutes, okay? Don't worry about bombarding people. Just the occasional. Think of more clever and interesting ways to do it as well. Like, hey, folks, help this Birdland community grow. Subscribe today. Get creative. Here's a ground ball fielded by Hoskins at first. He'll throw to Uribe covering the bag to win the inning. But the Orioles, beginning with a Jackson Holliday hit, get on the board. Rutschman's double play ball scores Holliday. And at the end of 7, would you believe that Yenier Cano is in line for the win right now? The way things stand, we go to the 8th. It's Danny Coulomb time, right? I don't even care who's up. I don't care if it's 3 straight right-handers. Coulomb in the 8th, Kimbrel in the 9th. How else are we going to do this? Am I wrong, folks? Am I wrong? Uh-oh. Look out. How about a raise of hands in chat for those that want to see Danny Coulomb out on the mound here in the 8th? Let's see who the Brewers have due up. Adames, a righty. Sanchez, a righty. Terang, a lefty. So you tell me. 2 out of 3 are righties. The whip fell asleep. The whip fell asleep during Jackson Holliday's first hit. Sean, no offense, buddy. You're my right-hand man so far in the early days of the channel. But if what it takes for Jackson Holliday to finally get going is for you to take a nap, by all means, pull a Rip Van Winkle. Take a 30-year nap. Or at least a 15-year nap. I guess that's a solid career. 30 might be overkill. But come on, folks. Uh-oh. What happened to the game? Did I just lose the game? Okay. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, going to have to scramble here. We're up to 370 in the sub count, folks. Thank you so much. 370, 375, the next goal. Wait a minute. I can hear the ball game. Well, where is it? I can hear the game, but I can't see it. There it is. Okay. Willie Adames at the plate, and the first pitch is ball one. It's Cano still out on the mound. No Coulomb as of yet. Maybe he's going to come up when Terang is hitting. Next pitch is a called strike, outer, and there is Coulomb standing in the bullpen. He will come out at some point. Terang is the first left-hander due up, and Cano gets off the mound, and he's waving his glove around. He's got some kind of insect bothering him. It's a little bit humorous. It's going to be a lot more humorous if the Orioles can hold the win here. I'll laugh more later about that. The 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss. 1-2, and oops, now I see over here that this is up. I don't want this up either. Gosh darn it. How you doing there, Rick? Top of the eighth, Adames leading off with a 1-2 pitch, and it's hit on the ground, and this is going to be a tough play for Westberg. A bare hand, but not enough in time. Adames, I believe that's his second infield single today. So just like that, the Brewers with the leadoff man on, the tying run here in the eighth. It's never easy. These Brewers do not let up. Runner on, nobody out. And here's Sanchez. The first pitch is a called strike. Sanchez 1 for 2 with a walk today. Has 3 hits in the series. He came into the series hitless on the season. Here's a check on the runner. Adames back in diving. We need a double play ball. A nice routine double play ball, please. 0-1 the count on Sanchez. And there's a swing and a miss. A fastball, a sinker, falling low and away from Sanchez. Oh, yeah, no worries. I figured we need at least one lady in here representing. So here's a swing and a miss. So now we've got one more mod in the group. Give it up for the mods here, folks. Volunteering their efforts to help keep chat going without a hitch. The 0-2 count to Sanchez. Swung on and popped up. Center field, Mullins backing up, still backing up on the edge of the track, makes the catch. He gets the ball back in quickly. Runner will have to hold at first base. So a big first out here in the eighth. And now with a lefty due up, let's see if Coulomb is going to come in. I would assume he will. I don't want to test Cano anymore. And here comes Hyde. Here comes Hyde. Coulomb is going to come into this ball game. There's the finger. And Cano gives up the baseball. So a break in the action. 1 down here in the eighth. The Brewers have the tying run at first, and Danny Coulombe, the lefty, coming in for the Orioles, breaking the action here. A tense game on a Sunday afternoon here in Baltimore. Folks, your boy, the BirdWatcher, needs to take his ulcer pills right now. I think I'm getting an ulcer. Yeah, we're about to get to 45 likes. Folks, 76 people here watching right now. We got a nice little crowd and a really tight ball game, a huge game. Whether you're an Orioles fan or just a casual baseball fan, this is a game you're going to want to see the conclusion of. Let's support the channel, shall we? Let's help this average Joe YouTuber. And folks, again, I'm not one of these professional YouTubers. I don't have one of these like HD cameras and fancy lights and a bunch of memorabilia behind me and graphics popping around in your face. I'm just a guy with a microphone, a laptop, and enough time to devote to covering every Orioles baseball can this season. That's what I'm here to do. I cut out all the fluff. Where do you like to go have your meal? Some place with a bunch of junk hanging on the walls like an Applebee's? Or do you like to go to a nice hole in the wall that makes a nice crab cake sandwich? You know, you just sit at a shoddy wooden table, peanut shells on the ground, nothing but stale beer on tap. That's the kind of channel I have. Okay, Coulombe is out there for his 7th appearance of the season. Gave up that home run his last time out. The first run he's given up in 5 2/3 innings. Opponents hitting just 105 in the early going. So Bryce Terang is at the plate. Runner at first, 1 down. Terang 1 for 3 today. The first pitch from Coulombe is low and away for ball 1. The 1-0 coming. And this one's lifted in the air to left center. This ball's trouble. And Mullins is able to chase it down in the gap. He turns and throws it back in. Great job by Mullins to chase that one down. That ball looked like it was headed for the left center field gap. Mullins with the closing speed as that ball hung up in the air just long enough. A huge out number 2. And Joey Ortiz will step up now. 1 for 3 today. Single back in the 6th. Hitting .333 at the moment. Runner still at first base. And the first pitch, where was that, ump? A breaking ball. Where was it? Unbelievable. 1-0 the count. Unbelievable. Next pitch is thank you, a called strike. Are you sure? Are you sure, ump? I mean, I hearken back to the famous Earl Weaver clip. The 1-1 count here to Ortiz from Coulombe. There's a breaking ball that apparently misses the top of the zone. I would say this umpiring crew for this weekend series was trying to something us. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Pop up. Hit back behind the plate and into the stands. 2-2 the count. One more strike to get out of the 8th inning with a 1-run lead. My God. This one's in the dirt. Rutschman picks it up, throws down to second. And Adames, with a great read, scampers down to second base on the wild pitch. So once again, the Brewers showing that base running aggressiveness. It has cost them once today. But now they have a runner at second, and a base hit would tie the ball game. 2 down and a full count on Joey Ortiz. Adames ripped a hole in his jersey, his pants. Payoff pitch from Coulombe to Ortiz. Swung on and missed. A breaking ball in the dirt. And the inning is over. The Orioles will go to the bottom of the 8th. They're up a run and they're looking for some insurance. We need some insurance. Let's go. Bottom of the 8th. Orioles 5, Brewers 4. Whoa. Again, what is going on with my cursor? My cursor just, what am I doing? I'm tapping this. What do you want me to do? I'm tapping. I'm tapping. What do you want me to do? Your boy, the BirdWatcher, might need to hit the old, it'll be the middle of the order. O'Hearn, Mountcastle, and Mullins. Or is that Cowser? Cowser, excuse me. O'Hearn, Mountcastle, and Cowser due up in the bottom of the 8th. Orioles up 5-4. I wish the O's would be more aggressive on the bases. I know base. I've been saying this. I've been saying this for a few days out loud by myself. Just going, why aren't we being more aggressive on the bases? This has been the part of our recipe last season. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Whether or not we win this game, the Brewers this weekend have, you know, sort of, what do you call it? Beaten us at our own game or whatever. Giving us a taste of our own medicine, whatever you want to call it. They play a brand of baseball much like ours when we're playing right. Hey, up to 371. Thanks for that next subscriber. Thank you. Folks, we are on a push. I don't know what sort of, what do you call it? I don't know how I can maintain the pace we're on. But so far, the pace has been fantastic. A nice upward trending arc as this Oriole community that's only a couple of weeks old continues to grow. Okay, bottom of the 8th we go. First pitch to pinch hitter now. Who do we have in here pinch hitting for O'Hearn? We got a lefty out here, Milner, on the mound. And Urias is at the plate. Here's a swing and a miss. 1-1 on Ramon Urias, pinch hitting for Ryan O'Hearn. That shows you how much Brandon Hyde believes in Ryan O'Hearn against lefties. I mean, O'Hearn's had a great day at the plate, but with a lefty up, he'll go to Urias. 2-1 now on the pitch outside. Urias hitting 130. That might sound bad, but that's twice as good as Austin Hayes. The 2-1 is off the plate, 3-1. 3-1 on Urias, leading off the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles would love to add on to this one-run lead and make things comfortable in the 9th. Pitch is swung on and lined. Base hit left field. A solid stroke there by Urias. That ball was a level swing. Hit on a line. A solid single pulled into left field by Urias. Good on him. Urias with the leadoff base hit. So Milner, the new pitcher, gives up the leadoff single, and that'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle, which good for us. Apparently Milner is going to have to face him, the lefty. We love when Ryan Mountcastle gets to face lefties. The pitch is in the dirt. 1-0 on Mountcastle. 0 for 3 today. He's due. Yeah, base. There was a situation in yesterday's game where Mateo got on base and I wanted him to run. Here's a ground ball to second for 1, to first. And it's a double play. Ryan Mountcastle grounds into a 6-4-3. And that'll clear the bags 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. So looking for maybe some insurance. But now a Raleigh killer with a double play. And it's going to take some 2-out magic with the bases empty. No shot of the bullpen as of yet, but I'm assuming Craig Kimbrel is getting loose. Here's one low and away to Colton Cowser. Cowser with a quiet day so far, 0 for 2. Next pitch to him is inside, 2-0. The Orioles trying to escape by the skin of their teeth with a win in this series. Not a win of the series, but a single win in the series to avoid the sweep. Here's a called strike, 2-1 on Cowser. The next pitch is called strike 2. Cowser didn't like it. Outside corner at the knees. For some reason, the Brewers telecast has removed the strike zone outline overlaying the batter's box. So you're not getting an instant report on whether or not it's truly a ball or a strike. Here's a foul pop-up behind the plate. Count remains 2-2 on Cowser. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 8th. There's Narniak, 69. Throwing some cows up without needing to be prompted. And this ball's hit well to right field. This one could go over the shed, and it will. Bye-bye, birdie. There's the moose. Colton Cowser. The milkman delivers again. 4th home run of the season. 13 RBI. All but 1 or 2 of them have come this week. 10 in the Red Sox series. At least 1 yesterday. At least 1 today. Colton Cowser. Becoming an Oriole legend before our very eyes. That one off the lefty. Went down and got it. Served it over the ground screw shed. 6-4 Orioles here in the bottom of the 8th. A 2-run lead now instead of a 1-run lead, and that is a huge extra run. Here's Cedric Mullins, 0-1 the count on him. Next pitch is fouled back, and it's 0-2. My goodness. I mean, if that doesn't do it, I don't know what the range of days is for player of the week, whether it's a Monday through Sunday or a Sunday through Saturday. I don't care. Colton Cowser, give him the award. He is utterly fantastic. Thank you, Janet. Ground ball to the right side. Is that fair? It's a fair ball for Mullins. That'll be extra bases. He'll be into second easily with 2 down. Not much of a reason to push it to third. A 2-out double by Mullins, his 2nd of the season. And the Orioles might not be done. Another lefty hit off this lefty pitcher for extra bases. Right down the first base line into the right field corner. And that'll bring up Jordan Westburg. Not before we get a meeting on the mound here for the Brewers. 6-4 Baltimore. You just got milked. I like it, Don. I like it. That's right. I hope for the Brewers the milk tastes sour today. Action in the Milwaukee bullpen. Got a righty, Thiago Vieira, getting loose. Some Queen playing in the ballpark. A little We Will Rock You. As Westburg gets ready to step into the batter's box. 2 down, a runner at second. The Orioles with an insurance run in already First pitch to Westberg is low for ball one. Westberg 1 for 3 today. The Orioles now up to 11 hits on the day. That's one more than the Brewers. The 1-0 is low and in, 2-0. It was utterly awesome. Ha! Swing and a miss by Westberg. He flailed at a changeup on the outside edge. And indeed, Craig Kimbrel is out there being shown getting loose in the bullpen. He should come out to pitch the ninth. Next pitch to Westberg in the dirt, and it gets away from the catcher. Not enough for Mullins to think about going to third base. Colton Cowser with his 4th home run of the week. If you count Sundays being part of the week that has occurred and not part of a new week. But hey, a new week, that's fine too. Cowser off to a great start. This one's upstairs, and the count will run full on Westberg. 2 down, runner at second. Payoff pitch to Westberg will come here from Milner, and it's low and outside for ball 4. Westberg draws the walk. First and second now. And will Holliday hit here? He will indeed. Jackson Holliday, unless I'm wrong, and your boy might be wrong, but this could be the first plate appearance against a left-handed pitcher for Holliday in the majors. Holliday with his first hit in the majors in his last at bat. And he takes inside for ball 1. And you know what? When he took that first pitch, it looked instantly like he was more comfortable. It has to be said. The pitch, he takes a called strike here. Let's see what Holliday can do now that he's finally got the monkey off his back. First and second, 2 down. The pitch inside, 2-1. And now I'm looking at chat. I promise I didn't see that, David, before I'd said it myself. 2-1 on Holliday. The pitch, swing and a miss. Inner half of the plate there from Milner. 2-2 the count. Lefty on lefty for Holliday. And here's a swing and a foul back. A breaking ball. And why is this moving around? Stay where you are, please. The 2-2 pitch to Jackson. Swung on and grounded. First baseman will flip it to the pitcher covering to win the inning. So Holliday has a 1-for-4 day, but hey, it's a very happy 1-for-4. Jackson has a base hit in the game. He's also scored a run. We go to the ninth, folks. It's the Orioles 6, the Brewers 4. It's Kimbrel time. Folks, get into those Kimbrel stances, and I have reserved just enough for a final swig of caffeine to get your boy across the finish line. What a night for the BirdWatcher. I mean, this game has been a knockdown, drag-out affair, and when you put it in the context of the entire series where we've got our team spanked on Friday and Saturday. What a relief it would be if we can hang on for the win here, get that taste out of our mouths, and look ahead to the series against the Twins. If we can take 2 out of 3 there, we can split the homestand and start rebuilding from there. Again, folks, if we win, we move to 9-6. That's a 600 winning percentage. That's a pace for 97 wins. That's a ticket into the playoffs, whether you win the division or not. And as we've seen in these recent seasons with this playoff structure, not too big of a deal winning the division. A lot bigger deal to just be ready for the playoffs once you get in. Tell you what, though, the Brewers really have impressed me. They have really impressed me. I mean, I'm not sure who they had to win the NL Central. I'm assuming the Cubs were the favorites. I saw people picking the Reds as a dark horse. I saw some saying the Cardinals should bounce back after a disappointing 2023. But a lot of people saw the Brewers taking a step back. I mean, they lost Corbin Burnes, obviously. All right, Kimbrel out here to start the ninth. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Here we go. Oliver Dunn up to pinch hit. Dunn started the game at third base last night. The 0-1. Foul back behind the plate. 0-2 on Oliver Dunn. Let's get the job done right here. 2 strikes on him. Hold on to that thought, Don. Hold on to that thought. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Kimbrel with the 94-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. Dunn overmatched. And down he goes. One away here in the ninth. Oh, your boy, the BirdWatcher. Let's bring her home now. Let's bring her home. Come on. 2 more outs to go. Here's Perkins, who hit that home run his last time up. At the time, giving the Brewers the lead, I believe, right? Yeah, we scored 3 after that. It was 4-3 after that Perkins homer. This one's off the plate. 2-0 the count on Perkins. Come on, Orioles fans. Come on, Charm City chat. Let's hear some noise. We got David. We got Don. We got Bass. I know there's more of you out there. Let's hear it. This is the culmination of nearly 3 hours of a roller coaster ride here. 3-0 the count now on Perkins. See? Kimbrel needs your help, chat. Kimbrel's behind 3-0 on the count. The next pitch is in there for a called strike, 3-1. Kimbrel is asking for your noise. Let's go. We need 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Top of the order with Contreras on deck. The payoff pitch to Perkins. And here it is. Swung on. Right center field. That will get over the glove of the second baseman and down for a single. A 1-out single for Perkins gets the tying run to the plate for the Brewers. And the top of the order and William Contreras. We got 93 people in chat. Yeah. Folks, it's the top of the ninth. It's been a knockdown, drag-out war. This is your friend Howard Cosell asking you if you're following along. Come on, hit that like button, please. You're helping out the channel. Here's Contreras now. The first pitch is hit on the ground and through the right side for a base hit. Perkins will get over to third base now. First and third. The tying runs are now on. Perkins at third and the tying run represented by Contreras at first. 1 down. It's never easy. It's never easy. Come on, Don. We need to support our boy out here. That's what I'm saying. Come on. We got to shut the door. You guys need to get loud in the chat. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, can only do this so much. Hoskins, the plate. First pitch is a called strike. Four-seamer with some late movement. Apparently 2 more subscribers gets us to our big goal as well. Let's go, folks. Now's the time here in the ninth. The next pitch is upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike on Rhys Hoskins. 1 for 4 today. First and third, 1 out. The Orioles up by 2. The 1-1 to Hoskins. Upstairs, 2-1. Bill rooting for a double play. Bill, I'll take it myself. We got a 2-1 count. And the pitch. Swung on a miss, 2-2. Fastball right down Broadway at 95 miles an hour. Kimbrel said, here's a challenge pitch. Hoskins came up empty. 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The high cheese. Hoskins couldn't catch up to it. 2 down here in the ninth. 1 more out. Can I hear it? Charm City chat. Let's go. I mean, where is my... I don't know what I can do for an emoji. Hell, my cursor is barely working over here. I don't know what. I'm keeping my eye on everything. How about that? There we go. I'm keeping an eye. 2 out in the ninth. Here's Sal Frelick, 1 for 4. First pitch is a called strike. Inner half of the plate. Crowd is making noise. Kimbrel leans in with his trademark stance to get the sign. From the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Popped foul behind the plate. And the Brewers are down to their last strike. The Orioles 1 strike away from extending a historic run. One that I don't even want to mention until we get all the way there. The 0-2 pitch to Frelick. Inside, ball 1. Hang in there with the BirdWatcher, folks. Hang in there with the BirdWatcher. Orioles fans on their feet all around the yard. Kimbrel with the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and popped foul behind the plate. Actually was hit straight back to the backstop. Frelick stays alive. 1-2 the count. 2 down in the ninth. A back and forth affair. The 1-2 from Kimbrel. Popped up. Foul behind the plate. And there'll be at least another pitch in this game. I tell you what. My butt might be grafted to this chair. I can't move. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, is going to need that day and a half off to recover from this one. Here's a check on the runner at first. Contreras back standing. I'm going to need a lucky. I might need a whole carton. 2 strikes on Frelick here in the ninth. 2 down. The pitch. Called strike 3. Kimbrel strikes out the side, works his way out of trouble, and the Orioles do not get swept. We do not get swept. Final score, Orioles 6, Milwaukee 4. The Orioles take the final game of the series. They salvage one from this red-hot Brewers team. Jackson Holliday with his first major league hit, a part of a late-inning rally. The Orioles get over the hump. They improve to 9-6. The Brewers will fall to 10-4. No sweep for you, Milwaukee. We don't get swept. You heard? You heard? My goodness, what a ball game that was. I need a lucky. All right, I'm going to go over the box score here and look at some stuff. But first, folks, 108 people here in the chat right now. Well, 17 of them dipped out super fast before I could ask them to maybe hit the like button on the way out. Boy, people are running out the door. Thank you. Thank you. How about hitting that like button on your way out, folks? If you're still here right now, come on. 89 people. Make it 81. That number will continue to drop. It's okay. Your boy's happy to provide you with the coverage. Whatever he's got to do, he will convince you that this is your place to come for Orioles coverage, game in and game out. All right. Let's get this out the way. The sub count moves up to 373. Thank you, folks. Final score. If I can get the cursor there, boy, I'm just going to get out of this stream. Can I get there? Your boy's just going to be able to limp out of this stream. Wow, let's see. Who got the win? Who got the loss? Yenier Cano improves to 2-1. Uribe drops to 1-1. And a battle of the bullpens. Kimbrel with his second save. Hey, thank you, Don C. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your highlights from the Orioles today: Gunnar Henderson with a pair of hits, a run scored, and an RBI. Adley had a base hit. Santander with an 0 for 4, unfortunately. Hayes apparently came in to relieve him as a defensive replacement in that last inning. Ryan O'Hearn, big day with a home run, a couple of RBI, a couple of hits, a run scored. Urias came in a pinch hit and got a hit. So that spot wound up going 3 for 4. Ryan Mountcastle with a quiet day, 0 for 4. Colton Cowser continues to rake. A solo shot, 1 for 3 today, 441 average. Mullins also went deep today and went 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Westberg, 1 for 3. Holliday with his first major league hit. Hey, he's hitting just under Austin Hayes. Holliday at 067, Hayes at 086. Corbin Burnes, my goodness, he had to really struggle to get through 5 innings, 98 pitches. Gave up 6 hits, a couple of walks, a couple of earned runs. But the bullpen, once again, 4 innings, giving up just the 1 earned run. And Jacob Webb, Danny Coulomb, Craig Kimbrel, all with scoreless appearances. The only one to give up the run winds up getting the win. Isn't it funny how that works? All right, folks, we'll be back at it again tomorrow night. I believe, is it 7:05 or 7:35 first pitch for the Monday night opener against the Twins. This is the part where I don't understand why this little score ticker doesn't. Oh, here you go. April 16th. No, they don't let you see the next day. Why? Why? All right, fine. You know what? I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, 5:35 a.m. That means it's a 6:35 first pitch. Great. Your boy's got to be up. I'll be on the air at 6:25 p.m. tomorrow night, folks. Come on in, grab a seat, grab a natty bow, make a crab cake sandwich. We're going to do it again tomorrow night. The Orioles 9-6, starting a 3-game set with the Twins before we hit the road. A weird road series, by the way, where we go to Kansas City and then all the way out to the Angels for 3 games. Just 3 games out on the West Coast and then back home again. But that's going to wrap it up here for your boy, the BirdWatcher. Once again, the final score, Orioles 6, Brewers 4. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here today. The BirdWatcher can sign off happy. We got the win. We avoided the sweep. Come on back again tomorrow. Hit that like button all the way out if you haven't done it already. And thank you for your support. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later.